Tree guards are something you might want to consider for your seedlings. They're going to provide them with warmth and protection from wind and frost over that first winter. They'll also provide some protection from grazing animals like roos and rabbits. But your fence is going to do most of the hard work, and guards can be quite costly and time-consuming, so you want to consider if you really need them at all. A good option would be to only guard the species that are most vulnerable. You can ask your local nursery or land care group about which species to prioritise. So you have a few options for tree guards. One really popular option is your plastic sleeve. These are really lightweight and a very cheap choice, but the issue is that they tend to blow off really easily and they can pollute the surrounding environment. So not a very sustainable option. Another plastic guard is your core flute. These ones are really great because they can be used season after season and they're a lot more durable than your plastic sleeve guard. Again, they are made out of plastic though, and if they wash off into your site, they're going to be a form of pollution. An increasingly popular option is to use your cardboard tree guards. These are really great because they do break down in the environment over time. You're only going to get probably one season out of these guards, so they are probably not as an affordable option, but they are great for sustainable reasons. You'll find some guards will have holes to let light through. With these teardrop guards, you want to make sure that the teardrop is upside down to let the most light through. Another biodegradable option is your Koya coconut fibre guard. I don't have one here today, but they can be really good. But the issue is I find that they are quite difficult to set up and they can be quite heavy. But that's another sustainable option. You could also build your own tree guards. This is one that I've just built out of chicken wire. These are really great because you can use them season after season and they are obviously very durable and they can provide really good protection against your pest species such as rabbits and roos. And to secure your guard down, usually you use a bamboo stake or a hardwood stake. An option if you have issues with roos at your site is to use a 60cm guard with base flaps, which you can hold down with pins. This stops the roos from lifting up the guard and getting to your seedling. When installing your tree guard, make sure you secure it well so it isn't spinning around and going to sever your plant. For a guard like this, you could just use one hardwood stake down the back here, and then a single bamboo at the point to stop the spinning. The different guards are going to range in cost from about $1 to $3 per guard, so it's really important to consider this when making your budget.
We'll generally try to avoid using tree guards because they're costly, they're labour intensive, and it's the use of excess materials that you don't really need to use. If the site's adequately fenced to exclude grazing animals, you wouldn't necessarily use tree guards unless you just wanted to point out to people that this is a re-veg site and clear off, so it might help delineate one side of the project. So there is a place for them, but generally avoid if you can.